A certain Magical Index 3 or Tora Machizuno Index 3 is licensed and produced by Universal Sony Funimation Animatsu Entertainment. Studios, JC Staff, Networks, ATX, Tokyo MX, Telemata, Chiba TV, MBS, TVK, and CBC. Based on the works by Kazuma Kamachi. Please support the official release. Hello there, YouTube, Jack here with more Tora Machizuno Index Season 3, A Certain Magical Index. And last time, what even happened? We went to some French city, which name I've forgotten, and encountered Terror of the Left, whom then we proceeded to fight because we want to destroy a weird pipeline between the city and the Vatican so that people no longer riot against Academy City, or something along those lines in general. Wow, that was actually a lot faster than I had anticipated for the recap there. I feel like I'm already done with the entire episode. And they're flying, a lot of explanations. I mean, I'm sort of excluding them just sitting around and talking, because, meh, but yeah, in terms of actual direct action happening, I think that's it. Wow. Well then, continuing the fight against Terror of the Left, I guess, in this episode. So, let's get into it. In 3, 2, 1, go. Or start off with the opening. That works too, I guess. Beep, beep. Thanks for the subtitles there. Was it always there? I don't think so. And yet they aren't providing subtitles for all the credits. That's a shame. Honestly, don't like this middle part of the opening too much compared to the rest. Just feels like they suddenly stopped it with the beats. That makes any sense. Meh. I just honestly think like this sound that's going on right now is a bit better in that regard. Oh yeah. See document. What's with all the villains always looking for amusement rather than just winning the fight? Well, damn. Oh, at least it's just hitting you rather than downright bisecting you. Yes, you are. Sure, immediate, obvious connection. Yes, I think that was kind of the whole point of that part. He's lost. Is it? I'm honestly surprised you understood all that because I didn't. Doesn't really explain how he shapes flour like that though. so bored. Magic lower, skin higher. That would probably work if you hadn't given your position away like that. But the magic thing's still there. And here are the tech suits from Academy City. That is sure to go well with all the rioters and the already existing tension. Yeah, as if you would just wait. Seriously though, you could have ended this if you hadn't just announced it. Why? Why do people do this all the time? Well, if they're attacking regardless, then why are they patiently waiting for you to formulate a plan here? Yeah, I was gonna ask if they took prisoners. Well, probably not necessarily prisoners, but since they're... Yeah, honestly, it looks creepy as all hell. You know, I mean, they're kinda under control, so removing them from the battlefield is kind of a nice thing to do. I mean, of course, that brings into question that you brought a battlefield there in the first place, but uh, they also got here to stop this whole mess, so eh. Oh, best tsundere. Oh, military force enters, suppress demonstration. Oh, guessed 3 times. Oh, I guess that's yet another person entering the scene again. Probably Terra, no? Oh, there you go. I honestly don't know if it's better to have it with you because you're so haughty, but or if it would better to just hide it. But then again, I guess really I already said it. He's so full of himself that it doesn't even bother. It's just honestly weird seeing these things run around. You know, for all their high-tech gear that they're probably supposed to have, their detection skills are sure lacking. Aww. Of course, you would somehow know that. Okay. I'll say it again, of course you would know that. And you're seriously outnumbered here. Probably. Doesn't he always? Oh, here he is. More stuff to look forward to. To be fair though, I would say level 5s are the most effective weapon he has, or Academy City has. I'm inclined to retract that statement. That's terrifying as all hell. How very nice of you. Also, that's more or less how this works. Shouldn't that still have damage to clothing at least? God, I love this sound. Literally. Well, I guess she figured something out. Okay. Which, in general, I think this is a fairly effective way against Imagine Breaker. Well, for one, he has amnesia, and on the other part, I'm not even sure if he would have known either way. And there's someone listening in still. Nah, the story would kind of be over if that were to happen. I guess you can only have one in effect at the same time, but still. I think part of the weakness is also that you actually have to spell it out all the time. I like the music right now, that it's just ticking thing. Hmm. What indeed? The Mr. Toma there is pretty good at defying the odds, despite all his rotten luck. And that's for you to decide. Well, I guess it qualifies as a catchphrase. Nice! I mean, he isn't down, but he got a punch in still. Yeah. So, by that logic, you could also have said that the clothing would work in defense. Punches are so damn nice. It would seem so, huh? And there it goes. Well, in that sense, why would you trust his word then, no? Well, what a cock tease. And well, I guess it remains to be seen if he was truly killed there. And I will say again, that's all of that is pretty freaking terrifying. I mean, you came pretty close to just being accidentally killed there. Yeah, I just walk off. Hmm. Okay. A second? Or above God, sure. I mean, I guess some would argue that is the highest blasphemy of all. Oh, there he is. Yay! Church is teaming up. That can only lead to good things. Well, yes, I would say very much so. Of course, that absolutely excuses everything. Okay. Sure, just up and crush him there. I mean, I'm definitely not gonna miss him. Hello, Mr. Pope, then. Oh, so this guy just tore down a pillar. Never mind. Whatever you would call these things. Single-handedly, so that's nice. I mean, I think... And we have a Saint too. Of the rear. Sure. And of course, she heard everything. Plot development! And thus we, I think, wrapped up the whole first freaking arc in 3 episodes. I don't think that was like the entire equivalent of the first volume that was being covered here. Like volume 14 or whatever, whichever one it is. Doing the math. Well, if we keep this up, we might actually cover 8 volumes, huh? But I don't really think it's feasible to do 1 volume per 3 episodes. Like, at all. Where's freaking index page? It's New Testament, don't need that one. Oh, they don't even host the illustrations anymore. That's a shame. Well, I guess I can just look for next time. Yeah, no. We're really already going for the next big arc here. Which is one I'm really looking forward to. Ah, it's gonna be amazing. But seriously, they just handled an entire volume in 3 episodes. I don't know if that's ridiculous or amazing. It's probably ridiculously amazing. No, I mean, just they had to skip a lot of stuff, and I've said this before, I may have read the novels, but that was 8 years ago. I don't remember everything, okay? Actually, barely anything. So, there are certain smaller scenes that I do remember in this particular volume being played out a bit more, or that were entirely cut, but there has to be a lot more. And I mean, I'm gonna eventually read it again, since I am rereading the volumes right now because I'm buying them. So I guess we'll find out in due time. But yeah, we are already moving on to the next one. I mean, I don't know if we're gonna cover short stories now that I see it here on the list and be reminded of its existence. But yeah, next one's already gonna be in volume 15. Then I guess 16, 17, 18, 19. Yeah, but the opening already kind of shows stuff at least up to 18. Well, actually, at least up to 17. I guess I could argue. So, if we include short stories, well, those are like kind of filler-ish. So we had 14, 15, 16, 17. And then second half, only 18, 19? That doesn't really make any sense either. You can't stretch these two for half a season. I'm really so confused as to how much they're gonna cover here. What and where and how and all of that. But regardless, I'm so excited for the next arc that is upcoming. I'm not gonna spoil anything though, because, well, even if I've seen it, there might be people watching who actually haven't. Which is generally why I try to keep things, spoiler free. Even during the episode itself that I'm watching, that probably people have already seen anyway, but still. So yeah, don't know much else to say at this point. I mean, at least we know that Aqua the Rear is kind of a quote-unquote nice guy. I mean, at least he's got his priorities right. He said, that only soldiers should fight, which is kind of a thing in modern warfare anyway, that you're not to attack civilians, really. So yeah, and he even killed like Terra for his crimes against humanity, if you want to call him that. So good riddance. Anyway, that's gonna be all for now, so until next time, see you then. Bye.